Hey YouTube, this is Incredible Steve or Incredible Steve 350. I'm going to be doing some brainstorming today on a piece of paper, and then I'm going to paint. That's my canvas I'm going to be using, and my makeshift paint I have. Some of this I created myself with a mixture of Elmer's glue and some other stuff. And I'm basically just going to be brainstorming right now to figure out what I'm going to paint. I like doing abstract stuff too, but for this video, I want to do something that's actually something. So here we go. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at drawing, but I like doing it. I could do a lot better if I put some more effort in it. I'm really just kind of brainstorming, so it won't be too hard on me. Just trying to make it quick, kind of get an idea of what I want to paint. That's kind of looking abstract, but let's see if I can make it into something. And if it looks like I'm copying somebody's art or something like that, or art style, please let me know, because I don't read art books or anything really like that. I should. I looked at some in the libraries, but I don't really remember that stuff too well. I don't have a very good memory. Let's turn this into an eye. And it's even looking like I might flip this. Yeah, probably the hardest part for me doing this is probably going to be filming it for you and transferring something I do like to the canvas. Because I've never really been able to redraw the same thing twice. I can make something unique each time, it's really hard for me to do something the same twice. Let's have this kind of come down like that. Yeah, right now I don't really know what I'm making, but it's looking like some kind of creature, monster. I got the eye right here, got the mouth, chin, but I need to add into it and give it a little bit more of its own character. I've always liked art. I used to draw a lot in school. Sometimes would draw even when we were doing nothing that really was teaching us anything. And one of the things that stood out to me the most when I was younger was when I was in a classroom with a teacher in, say, I want to say first grade, but one thing I remember, I was drawing. I made this really cool drawing, and she seen that I was drawing, and she didn't like what I was doing. So she came over, grabbed my piece of paper, and ripped it up, threw it in the trash. And she said, "That ain't gonna get you nowhere in life." Um, Lots of other people know that she was wrong, and that's true, but she actually believed that because that was how her life, um, things that happened in her life made her think that and see things that way. It didn't really discourage me. It just, more than anything, really just pissed me off because I kind of wish I still had that. It was pretty cool. It was like a dude wearing a leather jacket, and he had like a cookie, chocolate chip cookie head. It was really neat looking. But she crumbled it up and threw it in the trash. It's looking kind of like a bird, dragon, chicken thing. I don't know, YouTube, but whoever comments, just let me know what it looks like to you, and try to pick out a name for it. I'll come up with some kind of cool name too, but I'm not against having suggestions. Let's add some stuff to its head. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Kind of like this though. I'm liking the way it looks. I was gonna do a robot, but I could do like a robot chicken. That would look kind of neat. I can't draw a chicken very well, but I can draw this thing. Okay. I think I'm gonna do like a creature. Okay. Creature, monster, something like that. I'm drawing on this with pencil first to try to follow the outlines. I don't have masking tape or anything like that to kind of outline my paint. I'd like to get some and try that, but right now I'm kind of limited on what I can work with. Let's go ahead and make a real prominent eye. Curve it up like that. Or it might not even be an eye. Let's go along with it and add another one of those shapes. Something like that. And let's try to do that in a circle. And I'm not really the greatest at coming up with ideas to paint. I usually just do random things or try to do maps or create stories and stuff when I'm bored. I don't do it all the time. I just do it sometimes. So feel free to put in some suggestions and I'll try to draw them. I'm not the best, like I said, but I'll put in some effort to actually try to make it look good. Let's go ahead and grab an eraser. Erase that a little bit. Want that sharp draw line, kind of like that. Should have brought that down more. Let's add some teeth. Let's do the shape of the mouth first, though. Kind of looks like I'm doing like some kind of, I want to say dinosaur, but I'm just going to go with creature. He's still kind of unknown. That's okay. Because we're just kind of doing whatever today. Trying to figure out what people like. The thing is, too, that I see a lot on YouTube is all these great, talented artists and painters and drawers, and I kind of feel like that discourages a lot of people. And I think it would be better. Well, not, it wouldn't be better, but I'm just saying it would be nice to have some other people that don't draw that great still show an interest to kind of like help bring more people into the genre. Help people like it more and enjoy it. Know they don't have to be great at it. Adam knows. I don't like that funky eyeball, but we're gonna keep it. And who knows, I might change it with the paint. Just keep that split up part right there. Okay, let's add some stuff to the background. Add some lines right up there. Like that. Have, I don't know. Let's get rid of this and change this up a bit. Check to see if you guys can see that okay. Bring this down like this. And who knows, I might paint another one. Something different. And figure that out. Right now, let's get this kind of looking shaped up. Let's go ahead and bring that over like that. Just leave that like that. I'll know how to paint over that. It's freaky looking, but that's okay. To add some plants. That's the trees I do. I've always done them like that. Kind of add some bark and texture of the trees. I've made some better ones. I might even just paint over that. I'm just kind of doing whatever. Some shapes or something like that in that background would look too cool too. I might do something like that. Alright. My brushes are kind of limited too. I haven't maintained them very well. I just haven't maintained them well. I wash them and clean them and stuff after I'm done using them. It's been a while since I've painted, drawn, or done anything like that. What kind of really got me into it again is seeing how much people liked my videos and shorts of me showing some of my original paintings. My drawings didn't get much attention, but I think that's just the YouTube algorithm. But I put those on there too. I might change the background audio because I just edit it with I use somebody's sound in the background, and I'll probably end up changing that to something else like music or something. Get these kind of soaked. They're a little tense. And I need to move this over here. Yeah, that still looks a lot cooler. I'm not gonna lie. I should have drew on the canvas first. I'll do that next time, so I'm not making mistakes. Okay, let's reposition this to kind of have the good view of it. Okay. Let's where's my paint tray? There it is. I got a little cheap paint tray. A few dollars. Anyone can get something like this, depending if you know the place that sells them. Got to shake up the paint. I'm using the new Shamrock green. I might add some blue to that too, but I'm wanting to do that with the body. I'm adding the cobalt hue. Mix that in and stir it up. Didn't mix a whole lot of blue into it, but just enough to give it a little bit more of a darker color green. I can actually do this kinda and make it look like scales. Add some texture to it. I think it's just the paint I use. I use like a wet acrylic. I like the dry acrylic, but I can just go to Walmart and get the ones I'm using right now for like 50 cents a piece. Which I need to do that, get some more paint. I'm out of the color red, but I have orange and some other stuff. I still have some dry acrylic, but it doesn't mix well with this acrylic. And if you see anything I'm doing weird that frustrates you or anything, just let me know and tell me things I can try or tips or something like that, and I'll try to get better and practice more. But right now, this is all natural. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going to put this in an art show. I'd love to put this in an art show to make money if I was able to do that. I mean, I see people duct tape a banana to a wall and sell it for $1 million or several $1 million, and that banana on the wall is going to rot. And just doesn't make sense to me. I like abstract stuff too. I can understand why people buy into that, but not like, come on, a banana on the wall. I won't understand it. You just kind of work that paint over and over. It gets these real neat looking, at least I think it looks neat, but it's some real neat looking textures or lines into it. Or patterns. I know some people say they don't like to see the white left from the canvas when they paint because they think it's unfinished when they see it like that. I disagree. I think it adds, if you do it right, it can pop the painting, make the colors pop. Try to come in here like that. Move this slightly. Kind of get a better angle on this. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a little bit more precise in this so I don't mess up the mouth or eyes and teeth. I'm probably gonna cover up those bottom pieces, but right now I just want to get in here, and I might use like a darker color to kind of reshape that draw line to try to show the definition in it. Something that would be cool if they could make for people, instead of drawing on canvases and stuff with pencil. I know they have ink and certain things like that that only show up over like either a black light or different spectrum of light. But I think it would be really neat if they made something like that artists or painters could use to draw things on their background and show, so they can see like a rough image of it, so they could kind of like help guide their paint while they're painting. But when they turn the light off or change the light or get rid of the black light, you won't see those lines in the background, so it wouldn't affect the paint, or you wouldn't have to paint heavier to hide those pencil marks. I didn't draw the lines and stuff that light. It's kind of hard to do that for me. I've always drew pretty hard. Like most of my drawings and notebooks and stuff that I got, and some of the ones that I showed on YouTube already, I put so much pressure down when I draw that it actually imprinted the shapes of the drawings. So you could literally rub your finger over top of the drawing and feel what it looks like. I've tried to do it lighter, but always kind of had trouble doing that. I might go ahead and do this live sometime too, and set it up in a way where I can talk to people in the chat while I'm painting. But right now, the only equipment I really have is my old phone and a laptop and my Xbox. And my Xbox, I use that to stream Twitch and stuff like that. And my laptop, that's what I've been using. Yeah, let's go cover up that funky bit right there. But yeah, my laptop's what I use for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube. But I can't really record videos right now besides just on my phone. And it's not even that great of a phone. I tried doing shorts and stuff like that, and the frame rate's just bad. I still did it though, just to do it, just to get my stuff out there and try to grow my channel. I don't know what color I'm going to have the eyes be. I might do might do a blue. Just darken this up a bit. Add that texture lines to it, but let's darken it up. Go back over all that. I used to watch Bob Ross too. I never painted while I was watching Bob Ross, but always watched his stuff. I thought it was calming. Let's add some circular motions into that. Get up in here. Now I'll come through here with another color to kind of touch up the shapes. Probably try to use black and a finer brush to get the outline. This is what I got right now. Okay. Green looking monster. Let's darken up his face a little bit more. His body's pretty dark, thicker. Let's add some more color to it. I'll go over this with more colors to kind of make it look a little bit cooler than just a flat green. But this is why I kind of like acrylic too, because I like the when you do the brush strokes, you get those unique looking curves and designs. That's why when I do stuff on Instagram and Twitter, where I use AI to create AI art, a lot of that stuff's just acrylic in mind. I use that in the prompts. Okay, let's do aquamarine. Let's use that for the eye. Shake it up pretty good. Okay. Come out a little chunky. And I want blue, but I want it like a light blue. Admiral blue, Bard blue, Cobalt hue. Ooh. Kind of got like ink. It became like ink. Let's use kind of a fine brush for this. Mix this up. Get that in there. Still not the blue I'm liking. Let's get a little bit more into it. Okay. Alright, that's looking good. That's the mix I got of it. See what that looks like. I might need a finer brush than this. Let's try to make it work. Yeah, I can see it now. I'll probably get some comments of hate where they say this looks like a child's painting, but I don't care. I do this for fun, like I said, and I was just making them for myself to hang them up on my wall to add some color to my room, and it's just something I enjoy doing. Yeah, I like that blue. We'll come back with that later and add some white. And let's get the mouth. I ain't really got a lot to work with for skin color. I got Tangerine Cream. That might work. I'll show you guys what I'm working with. Tangerine Cream. Like some more orange or red to it. This is literally almost empty. But let's see if I can get some out of it. Yep. Very little bit. That's all I need. Have like a pink fleshy color. I might even just paint over the teeth and then paint the teeth once I'm ready. Kind of get the color of the mouth. This would make a good color for the tongue. Yeah, I remember being in in kindergarten too, when we would draw, and I always thought about it how it was kind of weird, but we'd all be drawing, and if we colored out of the line or drew out of the line of whatever we were doing, we got punished for it. I don't know what the hell that was about, but it seemed kind of weird. I don't know if that's something they still do or if that was odd, but yeah, I always thought that was strange. Being a child, I didn't think nothing of it though. I told my parents, but they didn't really think anything of it either. But when I got older, I thought it was kind of weird to get punished for drawing out of the line. Well, I kind of messed that up. I need to take some green on the other side of that and kind of fix that up. Did that brush I was using. Get some of that green and touch that up. Kind of mixing. Might need to let that dry a little bit. And I'll come back to that. Okay. Let's get some white. And I'm just using Snow White. Okay, let's see if I can shape this. Still kind of glossy looking though. I'm going to wait on that. So let's work in the background. I don't want the white mixing, but I want the white showing up. Okay. Let's do like a night sky. Let's add the cobalt. Let's go with the Admiral Blue. Might just make a bunch of crazy colors in the background. Make it look neat. And this, I'm kind of just going to drip these over. And brush that in. Yeah, I really like that color. You can't really see it right now, but I'll turn it where you can. Yeah, I'm going to need to get like a tripod so I can have it looking down so you can see the full thing as I paint it. But I'm really hoping this does well. And I'll clip this video too to try to show other people that may not want to watch the full video. Okay, I got that set up now, so I want to add some more color to that. Not much, just enough to fill in these areas. Okay. I may add some white into this blue, kind of have like some clouds. We'll figure it out as we go. That's the cool thing about painting. You can either have a structured way of doing it and have it real precise, or you can just do whatever. Just enjoy yourself while you're doing it. I think that's the main thing. You never want to do something that, as a hobby, that feels like it's a chore, because then it's no fun if it feels like it's a chore. I gotta get up here. I forgot about that glob. Yeah, I really like some of the things people are capable of doing with masking tape paint and acrylic paint and oil paint. I always really wanted to be able to do that too. But all the practice and stuff that I've done, I just haven't been able to get there or to that level. I know some people, and it's mainly the people too that have talent and paint really good. They say things like you just need more practice and dedication to it and you can do what they do. But I don't think that's always the case. I think sometimes they really do have talent, and I think they're just trying to be humble and make other people feel good about themselves, but I don't think that's the case most of the time. I think they're actually talented and are able to paint and see things in a way that other people are incapable of. Even if you practice a lifetime, just some people can do things that other people ain't capable of. They try to say we're all equal, but that's not the case. Everyone's different. Okay, almost done with this. I'm going to put some of this in my paint tray so I don't have to keep squirting little dabs. Like my dad, he's never really painted a lot around me or drew or anything like that, but he drew a scorpion from Mortal Kombat. He was holding his sword and he was walking through fire, and I still remember it looking identical to the one from Mortal Kombat. He actually got offered some stuff to go to school for art when he was younger, but it just wasn't something he was interested in. He doesn't draw or paint at all. I try to get on him to get him to do it because he is really talented. And I'd like to have some of the stuff he made just to keep. Just getting this mouth, and then I'll have to go over these teeth. I'll probably use like a white, see if I can kind of gray it up a little bit with something else to kind of add a more of a tooth color. But I'm liking this. It's looking good so far. So now let's go over the mouth right here. There we go. Yeah, now it's going in well without mixing with that other paint. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, guys. You can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. I'll clip that or something. But what I was doing that you couldn't see was I was fixing the mouth up right there. Okay. Yeah, on this channel, I know I could do an art channel and probably a gaming channel. But I think it would be cool just to have both on this channel. And maybe later on I will have two separate channels, one for art and one for my gaming. The eye's looking good. Let's get that white in there. It's kind of mixing, but that's okay. It may still look pretty good. Okay, that's a habit. I need to stop doing that, putting my hands on stuff that I'm drawing on or painting. Thank God that was dry over there. And I think that white, where it's not like a pure snow white, looks pretty good. That mix with that blue looks neat. And I might fill in that behind the eye with green and bring it closer into where that white is. But I have an idea what I'm gonna do with the pupil. Take my black paint. And some regular black. And it kind of bubbles up. But I want to drip. I want to see how it comes out though. Okay, that'll work. Okay. That sit there. What I was trying to do too was thicken up the paint in here on his eye. So it kind of created a barrier that the glob wouldn't go over. I kind of made it a little too big. But it's working. It's going to take a little longer to dry right there like that, but it's doing okay. But I think that's going to look neat. Now I'm going to come back in here with the green and fill this in because I think that looks funky. If I had a dropper too, that would make that look a little better. But I'm just making do with what I got. I still got to make the teeth, but I got the eye. I'm liking how that's looking. And once this finishes and dries, after I'm done with it and everything, I'll hang it up on the wall. The rest of my painting. Oh, sorry about that. And I'll add that up there. Kind of showcase what I'm doing. I'm hoping to fill up my whole wall. The whole wall right there. I want this whole front side covered in paintings. Darken up this green. probably one of my best paintings I've done. I can't actually show you guys right now because I gave it to my brother for his birthday. I wasn't really able to get him much, and I couldn't think of anything else to do. So I made him a painting. Like I said at the beginning too, I kind of want to get that draw line reshaped, looking a little sharper. But I'm gonna have to let this dry some. And then once that green dries a bit, I'm going to work on the teeth. One second, guys. I'm trying to get something off. It's like a sponge, so I can pad and tap some white. Trying to make some clouds, but it almost looks too white. Kind of get like a fog, misty looking color. that up there like that. His pupil's gotten slightly larger, but I think that's going to be as big as it gets. Okay, what else can I do for the guy? Skin's almost dry again. He's green. I could have some greenery in the background, but I'd have to make it a different green color, which I'm thinking about doing that. I have this spring green. Try that out. I got a lot of this too. I haven't used a ton of it. Kind of think it'll clash a lot actually. See the natural color of that. But maybe not if I darken it just a tad bit. That's more like a gray. Let's add some of that shamrock to it. Makes you think too. I've spent an hour and 11 minutes doing this so far, and this ain't really that complex. So the people that have really intricate, precise, detailed art, it takes them days, weeks, and even some of the bigger paintings and drawings, it can take them anywhere from years. So that's a lot of dedication they have to that. Let's add some blue to that. See what that looks like. These, let's just draw some. Some kind of make it look like some grass. Kind of messed up a little bit up here, but I'll kind of try to make it blend in a little bit more. Put it down a little too thick, but I'll kind of try to make it blend in a little bit more. Put it down a little too thick. Okay, I'm back. My phone ran out of storage. So I had to move my files from my phone to my laptop. And I haven't done much since I was doing that. It was been about an hour. I've ate, and I'm just now coming back to this. All I've really done so far is just I added the outline, added the draw line, and I'm pretty much finished with that so far. Besides detail here and there I could add. I added his nose. I just need to add his teeth now. But everything's dried, so it should be ready for me to do that. I don't know if I'm necessarily liking the color of his teeth or the paint I'm going to use, so I might just go with a new white set for that. Let's see what it looks like. Because you don't want it a perfect white, because teeth and enamel is a natural yellow color. People brush their teeth and stuff like that, but it actually bleaches your enamel. Okay. Let's see what I can do to make his teeth look good instead of all jagged looking. Okay. It's not looking too bad. I'm trying to not move too quickly. I'll end up making mistakes if I do that. Slow and smooth. I like the color I got. It's white, but it's not like a solid, bright color white. Get a little bit more. No reason to be greedy with it. Kind of took away that point. Try to add that back. Okay. Kind of bring in the top row of teeth. And I'll touch that up with some green. The green we used for him. which is the Shamrock Rock. What I put on there kind of mixed in a little with some black, so it kind of got a dark look to it. I'm trying to add some pure Shamrock back to it to try to lighten that color up again. Okay, that's looking good. Looking pretty good. Okay. I may fix up that eye some too. Make it look a little bit more normal. Right up in here. Still coming through, so I'm going to need to add a little bit more. Just touch this up. Get that like that. Fix this. Add more of that. More of his face up in here. Kind of spread it out some. One thing that would be cool too is for you guys to comment what you enjoy about painting or what you like about painting. getting this filled in, make it all matching green. Okay, touch this up a bit. That still looks kind of dark up in here. Okay, that's looking really good. So that's what we have so far. To add some of this green to this, I'm going to get this brightened up a bit and make that grass look a little greener. I might actually fill that in with blue. I think it looked better that way. Go ahead and do that. Put this brush back down. Get some of that Admiral blue. And I'll just go ahead and drip it. Damn. I can fix that. That's okay. Getting tired. I was working on this a while and then got sidetracked by my shitty phone. Storage filling up. I'll go back over that and fix that. All in all, this is looking good. Next video I'll do it showcasing this hung up. Add some cool music or something to it, or a song. Okay, let's fix up his snout. Can't have it looking like that. There we go, simple. No reason to get bent out of shape over it. Okay. Get a little green right there, just like that. Okay. And thinking of what I can add. Maybe some chin hair. I might just leave it like this. I think that looks good. Okay, this is going to be my first ever recorded painting. I'll probably name this the Steve Rex. So please like and comment and let me know what you guys think of this.